All right, we're gonna see if this works. This is aggravating. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Terry, for last night, by the way, as well. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I don't know why the people wants to meddle me. I ain't meddling nobody. Just over here doing my content. I ain't meddling nobody. I hope this work, y'all. Ain't got time to be doing all this. Nah. Ain't got time to be doing all this now. Okay. Just when we was getting in the groove too, child. Give me 1 minute. Let me put this back on. Let me close the doors. All right. That will eliminate them trolls, child, from coming on up and through here. All right, let me see. All right. Welcome back, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming on back. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. The people will trickle in as they trickle in. All right. Mr. Combs used access to Stevie J and his knowledge of Mr. Jones' admiration for Stevie J to groom and entice Mr. Jones to engage in homosexuality. Mr. Combs went so far as to sharing a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian man without a condom. This was done to ease Mr. Jones's anxiety concerning homosexuality, according to Mr. Combs. This is a normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is doing it. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in actual intercourse with rapper Number 5 Redacted and R&B singer Redacted and Stevie J. Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he engaged in homosexuality. The following are screenshots of the videos of Stevie J, and again, we found out that wasn't Stevie J. That was actually a gay porno star. On Thanksgiving Day of 2022, Mr. Jones was in Mr. Combs' house located in Miami, Florida. Young Miami and her female cousin were also present. Mr. Combs was intoxicated and offered cocaine to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones rejected him and proceeded to walk to the restroom. While using the restroom, Young Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom and began groping Mr. Jones, and Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs sent her in there to actually assault Mr. Jones. As she re-entered into the bathroom, she dropped to her knees and began performing oral X on Mr. Jones' exposed peen. Mr. Jones pushed her away and exited the bathroom. Young Miami's cousin did not accept Mr. Jones' rejection as she proceeded to follow Mr. Jones out of the bathroom. She started undressing and attempted to straddle him and have X with him in the presence of Mr. Combs and his staff. And so he got pictures of Young Miami's cousin. He got pictures of Young Miami in here. He got all of those things. All right. Trafficking and Victims Protection Act. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was transported from California to New York, Florida, and the United States Virgin Islands. During this time, Mr. Jones was forced to solicit ex workers and perform ex acts to pleasure Mr. Combs. On or about February the 4th of 2023, Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring prostitutes and ex workers back to his home in Miami, Florida. All right, and so he has a picture of an alleged ex worker. On or about February the 2nd of 2023, incident, Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs rugged him. Mr. Jones recalls waking up naked, dizzy, and confused. He was in bed with two ex-workers and Mr. Combs. He also recalls aimlessly wandering around the house with no clothes on. What is this? Oh, that's a picture of some lady and some man in a bed. Ooh. Okay, honey, I forgot all about these pictures and stuff in here. On another occasion in Miami, Florida, on Thanksgiving night of 2022, Mr. Combs asked Mr. Jones and DeFrost Taylor to enter the studio bathroom. He asked them for $100 bill because he wanted them to do the coquiana with him. Mr. Jones was scared, but luckily he didn't have $100 bill, so Mr. Combs waited a little longer to do the coquiana with Young Miami. Later that evening, he required Mr. Jones to solicit X from Booby Trap on the River, located at 3615 Northwest South River Drive in Miami, Florida. Mr. Jones did so, and Mr. Combs forced him to engage in unsolicited X acts with these workers. As part of Mr. Jones' X-work recruitment tools, Mr. Combs provided Mr. Jones with an exclusive Bad Boys baseball cap and required him to wear it to Booby Trap on the River as a signal for any ex-workers to be approached, that Mr. Combs was in town and had sent Mr. Jones to recruit them. Child. Oh. Mr. Jones had no desire to I'm good, right? Am I good? Am I good? Oh, I don't know why I got nervous just that fast. I'm good. I'm not buffering. Hey, Twin Flames. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not buffering, am I? We good? Okay, cool. Mr. Jones, did I already read that? Mr. Jones had no desire to visit Booby Trap on the River. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit ex workers from Booby Trap on the River. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting ex workers from Booby Trap on the River. As detailed below, Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control over Mr. Jones. Apparently, these workers were accustomed to servicing Mr. Combs and would know that he was in town by the sight of a Bad Boys baseball cap. Now, here's what I will say. Now, Lil Rod, I'm not saying I don't believe the stuff that you're saying in this lawsuit, because this could very well be the facts, right? But we know he wasn't with Cassie. He started fooling around with Jane Doe in 2021. So at the time of this was in 2022, he was still fandangling with Jane Doe. He fooled around with Jane Doe from 2001 to 2024. He was also with Young Miami at that time. Gina was also in the picture at that time. Child. Oh, the following are Instagram profiles of two of the ex-workers that Mr. Combs required, Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to solicit and have ex with in his Miami, Florida home. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit or have sex with these individuals. In the previous paragraph, Mr. Combs used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting and sleeping with these women. The following is the phone number of another ex-worker that Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to solicit and perform X acts in his home in Miami, Florida. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit or have X with any individuals in the previous paragraph. Mr. Combs used his power and influence. Okay, read that already, or it's stated twice. Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control over Mr. Jones. He promised him a Grammy for Producer of the Year for the Love album. He offered him $250,000 to purchase all of the instruments that he wanted. He promised him ownership of his $20 million property, One Star Island, and in Miami, Florida. He promised access to record label executives like defendants Lucian Charles and Ethiopia. Baby, I'm not gonna try to say that name. Ethiopia H. Okay. Yes, that's absolutely Tyrone Blackburn and that AI, because it's repeated in here more than once. Mr. Combs would often switch up his approach. He would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones' face and inform Mr. Jones that he is willing to unalive his mother, Janice Combs, if he must, in order to get what he wants. So he wouldn't think twice to harm Mr. Jones. Girl, what? See, this is why I say we needed to revisit this, because I forgot all about that, y'all. Let me read that one more time. Mr. Combs would often switch up his approach. He would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face and informed Mr. Jones that if he is willing to unalive his mother, Janice Combs, he must wait. Let me back up. He would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face and informed Mr. Jones that he is willing to unalive his mother, Janice Combs, if he must, in order to get what he wants. So he wouldn't think twice to harm Mr. Jones. Eating his face is crazy, and unaliving your mammy is even crazier. Okay. On or about July 2nd of 2023 in California, Mr. Combs had a listening party at his house. Present at the party was R&B artist Redacted, Jay Combs, ex-workers, and some underage girls. The event began at 7 p.m. Mr. Combs requested female ex-workers and required Mr. Jones to solicit them. An hour later, several other ex-workers appeared. In addition to ex-workers, there were at least 5 women in the crowd that were under the age of 16. Okay, now we stumping on territory over here. But here's what I will say. What I do believe Lil Rod about is this could be a possibility, because if Jane Doe was down to Vegas, got on that plane with a rapper, said rapper, we know who we think we know who the said rapper is. You got on the plane with said rapper, right? And it was already 7 or 8 people watching Anton have sex with other people while they watch. So I don't really put this past anybody in the industry. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a thou wow. I don't put this past anybody. I can see it definitely happening. Allegedly. I was not there. Allegedly. I can definitely see it happening. The event began. In addition to the ex-workers, there were at least 5 women in the crowd that were under the age of 16. Now, this is stomping on crazy territory right here. Mr. Combs forced all the women to drink laced DeLeon liquor. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs laced the liquor with ecstasy. Mr. Combs did not check the identification of any of these underage girls. He made sure he checked everybody's ID. Now, I'm not saying that Diddy is not capable of doing these things. I'm not saying that. But we do know that one thing that he did for sure was check IDs. So him not checking the identification of these underage girls that Mr. Jones is alleging is kind of wild. Mr. Combs forced all the... Okay, I already read that. The presence of these underage women made Mr. Jones very uncomfortable. He attempted to leave, and Mr. Combs forced him to stay. Mr. Combs went so far to take Mr. Jones' car keys to prevent him from leaving. After being forced to drink laced DeLeon shots, Mr. Jones began feeling lightheaded and recalled passing out and waking up at 4 a.m. the following morning naked with another ex-worker sleeping next to him. Screenshots of the video from the night is embedded below. And child, he ain't lying. I don't know about these girls being underage, but there is a whole bunch of girls that's all up in Diddy face, all up on Diddy lap. Child, it most definitely is there. He put the pictures there. And you do see Justin. You see Justin in the mix, child. I'll share the PDF of this to my community wall so y'all can go see the exhibits for yourself. All right. Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs was grooming him to pass him off to his friends. This fear became a reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. while they were on Mr. Combs's yacht. And you can see the yacht, and there's a picture of Diddy and Cuba Gooding Jr. During the introduction of Mr. Combs, during the introduction, Mr. Combs suggested that Cuba get to know Mr. Jones better. He then left them alone in a makeshift studio on the yacht. As evidenced by a video of which screenshots are embedded below, Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling with Mr. Jones's legs and his upper inner thigh near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulder. Mr. Jones was extremely uncomfortable and proceeded to lean away from Mr. Gooding Jr. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. The following is a screenshot of the encounter with Mr. Cuba Gooding Jr. And you can actually see in this photograph, you can actually see Cuba Gooding Jr. has his arm around Lil Rod, and Lil Rod does look very uncomfortable. I mean, it's the truth. He does look uncomfortable. Throughout the time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was under an implied work for hire agreement. He was not compensated for his time living with Mr. Combs for the songs he produced. As evidence, he was listed as a producer for the following songs on the Love album's final release: Deliver Me, Stay PT1, Reaching, What's Love, Stay a While, Moments, Need Somebody, Homecoming, and Tough Love. Mr. Combs and defendant LR, MR, and UMG all benefited from Mr. Jones' work product. They failed to compensate Mr. Jones for his work. As a result, Mr. Combs and defendant LR, MR, UMG were all unjustly enriched at the expense of Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones attempted to work with Mr. Combs to secure his publishing and royalty rights for the work that he had completed on the Love album. Mr. Combs only offered Mr. Jones $29,000 for 13 months, thousands of hours worked, and 9 songs that made it to the Love album. Ironically, Mr. Jones was willing to take $50,000, his publishing and royalties. Mr. Combs' self-serving greed would not allow him to pay Mr. Jones the additional $21,000. All right. They also inserted Cuba Gooding Jr.'s, he's been in trouble for actual assault and actual things. And so they did put that in there as well. Mr. Combs' deceptive business practices became so bad that Mr. Jones was left with no choice other than to take a public plea on social media for Mr. Combs to pay him for his work. After publicly requesting that Mr. Combs do the right thing and pay him fairly, Mr. Jones received an unsought of threatening messages from Stevie J and Love Records ADR, DeForest Taylor, DeForest, whatever it is, something like that. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs is very forceful and demanding. Mr. Combs does not take no for an answer and would often threaten to inflict bodily harm on Mr. Jones if Mr. Jones did not comply with his demands. As detailed above, Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face. On another occasion, when standing in Mr. Combs' bedroom, Mr. Jones was forced to watch Mr. Combs display his pow-pows and bragging about getting away with pow-powing people. Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the pow-powing in the nightclub in New York with rapper Shine. Okay. And so they put a video screenshot from complex.com, and it says Diddy's former bodyguard accuses the rapper of snitching on Shine over a 1999 pow powing, and we all know about that pow powing, and that is Gene Deal, who it's a screenshot of a video of Gene Deal. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the pow pow into the club for him and passed him the pow pow after he got into an altercation with another individual. The pow pow with Shalice Recording Studios confirmed Mr. Combs' statement. The statements reinforced that Mr. Jones' fear of Mr. Combs and strengthened Mr. Combs' dominion and control of Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones was terrified of Mr. Combs. He felt like he could not tell him no. Mr. Combs consistently made it clear that he has immense power in the music industry and with law enforcement. There you go. That came up in trial. I'm not saying that this is true, but that came up in trial for sure. A lot of this stuff that he's saying came up in trial. Now, all of the people have been accusing Cassie Ventura of being the one who planned something about a plant to get Diddy down and all of this kind of stuff. Diddy is responsible for his own downfall. But there you go right there. You heard it. And now you know why all these people were scared too and came out saying they were scared. All right. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen and hit that like button for your boy. Also, too, if you'd like to bless the platform, the Catch app is on the screen. It is greatly appreciated. We are trying to get $66 today as our goal. So I appreciate y'all. All right, let's keep going. So if we get 6 people to bless the platform with, what is it, $12? $12 will be at our goal. I don't even think it's quite $12. It's $11. 6 people donate $11. If 6 people donate $11, we'll be at our goal. All right. Where was I? Mr. Combs made it clear that his head of security, Fahim Muhammad, who still works for him at the very moment, I want to be very clear about that. Fahim still works for him. And it was alleged that Fahim could possibly be a co-conspirator. But yeah. Hey, Bama girl, good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. That Mr. Muhammad had the power to make people and problems disappear. All right. And there's a picture of Fahim Muhammad, and he do look good. I ain't gonna hold you. You got bodyguard me. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Mr. Combs instructs his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad if they were ever pulled over by the police in Miami and in California. Upon information and belief, Mr. Muhammad spoke with the LAPD after G was pow-powed at CRS, and the LAPD was in CRS and witnessed the blood in the restroom. And they went with the bogus claim that the pow-powing of G occurred outside of the studio. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connection with law enforcement. Mr. Jones had a reason to disbelieve Mr. Combs, as he had been firsthand through the pow-powing of G and subsequent silence of the LAPD and the media that Mr. Combs indeed had the power to harm him. The LAPD spent hours in CRS after the shooting of G, yet there were no arrests. Mr. Jones witnessed the LAPD in the restroom pictured above, yet no arrests were made. Now, he did also say that Diddy and Justin left the room or went disappearing. They disappeared. Mr. Jones recalls seeing defendant, who is this? Granging? I don't know. Visit Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida, and in Los Angeles. TikTok is one of the most important short video platforms in the world. It has a significant impact on the spread of global music. Today, it is believed that artists are paying more and more attention to producing music suitable for desensitizing on TikTok. Okay, due to a failed contractual renewal negotiations between Universal and TikTok of a lot of music. I always wondered that because like say for instance, like for YouTube, if I find like a website that um does copyright free music to allow you to use different music, because we have to pay for that. That's why I always say, and I get up here and ask for these catch-ups, baby, or let y'all know about them. Listen, at the end of the day, we literally have to pay for everything. We got to pay the stream, we got to pay for music, we got to pay for graphics, we got to pay for everything. But I always wonder how that worked, especially for TikTok, because TikTok and Instagram, actually, TikTok and Instagram, in my opinion, they always will shut you down and mute your music or whatever. So yeah, I definitely always wondered how that worked. All right, let's. I want to take some time right now to say for you all to keep South Texas in your prayers. There are several fatalities due to the extreme flooding of the Guadalupe River. Is it the Guadalupe River? One of them rivers over there. We know it ain't the River of Jordan, but one of them rivers over there is flooding. There are people who it looked like a hurricane had hit. Child, it really do. No shade, no tea. So y'all keep Texas in your prayers. I have family in that area. One of my cousins had to go to another one of my cousins home, but he is safe, so that's good to know. So keep your family in prayer. Also, if you know anybody in South Texas, Houston, San Antonio, Galveston, South Padre, all of those places, just make sure you call and check on them and make sure that they're good. Okay. All right, so according to Mr. Jones, whenever defendant Grange visited Mr. Combs, I'm going to just say G. Whenever G visited Mr. Combs at his house, it would be in the evening, and he and Mr. Combs would disappear for hours in Mr. Combs' bedroom. Defendant G sponsored and attended several Love album listing parties at Mr. Combs' home in Los Angeles, California. These parties were sponsored by defendants MR, LR, and UMG, Universal Music Group. As evidence above, these parties had ex-workers and underage girls present. During these parties, defendant G knew or should have known that Mr. Combs was rugging the attendees through laced bottles of De Leon tequila and Ciroc vodka. It is no secret that Mr. Combs had specific bottles of alcohol designated for females and other bottles designated for his staff, his artists, and himself. This fact was detailed by former artists and bodyguards of Mr. Combs. Good morning, Miss Monet. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As a sponsor of these events, defendant G had a duty and an obligation to ensure that ex-workers and underage girls were not present, and that Mr. Combs was not spiking the alcohol with date R-word drugs. On a YouTube channel, The Art of Dialogue, former bodyguard Gene Deal exposed Mr. Combs' pill mixing method used to spike cranberry juice and orange juice. According to Mr. Deal, Mr. Combs would place ecstasy and other date rugs in the juices. Now, this is what I have to say about that, right? So y'all know this most recent escort that came out talking about Cassie, right? And saying, oh, Cassie this, Cassie this, Cassie this, Cassie this. So he said that Cassie allegedly forced him to take and I don't know how she forced you, because in one breath you said that she told you that she added some ecstasy to the drink. And then it was later on in the lawsuit you said she admitted it to you, but she told you before you decided to take it. I want to be very clear about that. He said she told him prior to. But I'm saying that to say this. Granted, I get it. Cassie was the one that gave him the drink. But it is very clear that if this is true right here, then it would mean that Diddy did indeed, in fact, make people or force people to take drugs unknowingly by drinking a drink that they thought was just juice. So to the people who keep saying, "Oh, they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was taking." How they know if he laced a drink and without knowing? You see what I'm saying? Like people were so quick to say that. How we know he laced them drinks? We don't know. We basically going by what these people are saying. But too many people have said that their drinks, that after they drunk their drink, they feel a certain type of way. They're sluggy. They can't make it. That man talked about how he had to crawl to the bathroom. Like, come on now. Come on now. Um, Girl, I don't like people like this. I really don't like people like this. Instead of you saying, "Chef, this is a good recipe," or whatever, I really think pork is bad for you. Let me delete your comment. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove your comment. I'm not even gonna go back and forth with you. I don't like when people say stupid stuff like that. Girl, pork is good for whoever the hell it need to be good for. If they like it, they like it. Y'all always trying to police somebody. You go over there and eat your grass and salad. I just deleted the comment, y'all. Ugh. I can't stand when people messing up the vibe, messing up the thing. Like, girl. Anyway. And my buffering, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? We are still celebrating 16K. So if you guys would like to bless the platform with $16, that's great as well, or anything ending in $16. But we are gonna do 6 people with $11, and we'll be at our goal. Okay, we good. All right, let's keep going. Uh-oh. Turn that down. All right. The writer has spoken with several former employees of Mr. Combs who witnessed defendant KK instruct her staff to lace Champagne, DeLeon, and Ciroc liquor bottles with ecstasy and other illicit drugs. Mr. Jones recalls seeing defendant H visiting Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California. According to Mr. Jones, whenever defendant H visited Mr. Combs at his home, it would be in the evening, and she and Mr. Combs would disappear for hours in Mr. Combs' bedroom. According to Mr. Jones, defendant H visited Mr. Combs as defendant CRS during Mr. Combs' writing camp. Defendant H sponsored and attended several Love album listening parties at Mr. Combs' home in Los Angeles, California. These parties were sponsored by defendants MR, LR, and UMG. This is just repeating itself over and over again. As evidence above, these parties had ex-workers and underage girls present. During these parties, defendant H knew or should have known that Mr. Combs was rugging the attendees through lace bottles of DeLeon tequila and Ciroc vodka. As a sponsor of these events, defendant H had a duty and an obligation to ensure that ex-workers and underage girls were not present and that Mr. Combs was not spiking the alcohol with date rugs. Okay? I'm with my husband in the middle of nowhere in North Georgia on a golfing course. Come on, golfing course. Come on, golfing course. It sounds fun. Hey, Ty, good morning. According to Mr. Jones, during the 13 months that he lived and traveled with Mr. Combs, he witnessed defendants KK openly order her assistants to keep Mr. Combs high off gummies and pills. Defendant KK required all employees, from the butler to the chef to the housekeeper, to walk around with a pouch or a fanny pack filled with cocaine, GBH, ecstasy, marijuana, and gummies at 100 to 250 milligrams each, and Tussie, a pink rug that is combined as a combination of ecstasy and the cocaine. It is important to defendant Corium to have Mr. Combs' rug of choice immediately ready when he asked for it. Defendant KK ordered ex-workers and prostitutes for Mr. Combs. Prostitutes. Defendant KK ordered and distributed ecstasy, cocaine, GBH, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms to Mr. Combs and his celebrity guests who were present on his rented yacht in his Los Angeles, New York City, and Miami home. And on multiple occasions, Defendant KK forced Mr. Jones to carry Mr. Combs' rugs pouch against his will. As the chief of staff, Defendant KK was instrumental in organizing and executing the RICO enterprise. So there's the first time that we heard RICO. Okay. So for the people who keep saying that it was Cassie or it was Cassie's lawsuit, I need you guys to revisit Lil Rod's lawsuit. Lil Rod's lawsuit is where all of this stuff came from. He also said that he cooperated with the feds, and he is the one who provided the feds with all of the evidence. Cassie was not called until after this man met with the feds. But everybody keeps saying that Cassie was a plan. Cassie is the one who did it. No, Lil Rod is making it very clear that it was him. So for all you people who said that it was Cassie, Lil Rod is making it very plain and simple that it was not Cassie, it was him. Let's keep going. Defendant KK had the following individuals execute the following tasks for the RICO enterprise. Stevie J recruits ex-workers and attends and participates in freak-offs. Justin Combs solicits prostitutes, underage girls, and ex-workers and would engage in freak-offs. Brendan Paul works for Mr. Combs as a mule. See, he was the first one that said this. He acquires and distributes Mr. Combs' rugs and pow-pows. Y'all heard that, right? See, this is why I said that I think it was important, and we should have revisited his lawsuit back during the trial. But this stuff is coming from Lil Rod himself, and not, so to speak, where people are thinking that this is coming from Cassie. Everybody said Cassie was the main reason. All right. And there's a picture of Combs and Brendan Paul working together and all of the things. Frankie Santella works alongside Brendan. While Brendan acquires and distributes Mr. Combs' rugs and pow-pows, Frankie carries the money and pays for the pow-pows and rugs. Moy Boone hires the ex-workers, attends, and participates in the freak-offs. Now, some of this stuff we didn't hear, so it is interesting. All right. Mr. Combs founded and used his affiliation with local gangs and gang leaders who would frequent his homes in LA and in Miami to secure the rugs and pow-pows he obtained and distributed out of his homes in LA and Miami. Defendants executed their RICO enterprise with threats of violence, threatening to eat plaintiff's face, displaying and distributing pow-pows in plaintiff's presence, bragging about having law enforcement under control, bragging about unaliving people, and bragging about bribing witnesses and jurors in the criminal case concerning the 1999 New York City nightclub pow-pow with Shine. Defendants executed their RICO enterprise with threats of isolation from the music and entertainment industry. All right. Powerful music industry execs such as Defendants, Lucian Charles, Ethiopia, and his parties filled with ex-workers, minors, and illegal rugs such as ecstasy, cocaine, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, y'all get it. Defendants executed their RICO enterprises with threats of non-payments for work completed, fake promises of cash payments, $250,000, producer of the year, Grammy awards, and guaranteed access to further projects and $20 million home on Star Island in Miami. While living and traveling with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones discovered that Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his house. Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs has recordings of defendants Lucian in Ethiopia, as well as other celebrities, music label executives, politicians, and athletes. Upon information and belief, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. And as in this case, with the homosexual X tape of Stevie J that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has ever attended his home or any of his parties, freak off parties, or his house parties. Upon information and belief, due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and is untouchable. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs employs Jose Cruz as his IT director. This writer has spoken to several former employees of Mr. Combs, who confirmed that Jose Cruz is the gatekeeper of all of Mr. Combs's recordings. Upon information and belief, Jose Cruz intentionally hides behind the camera and from social media and the internet due to all of the incriminating acts that he was required to keep on record for Mr. Combs. All right. So I wanted to read that to y'all because I felt like this was very important. Because a lot of people were saying, "Oh my God, these are the causes of action." We already know what they were: emotional distress. He's suing for sexual assault from Young Miami's cousin. Premises liability for the sexual assault committed by Jane Doe #1, who is Young Miami's cousin. So I needed to make sure that we put this here because. And no, I'm not telling anybody to change their mind about Cassie. What I am saying though is I feel like if everybody can walk out here and say that Cassie is the one, it's all Cassie, it's all Cassie, it's all Cassie. I don't think it's all Cassie. I think that Lil Rod's lawsuit did do what he thought it was going to do. He said he met with the feds. He said he met with these people prior to Cassie even, meeting with them. Okay. He met with them first. And he is telling that to everybody in his interviews, right? By the way, he's suing Sean Combs, Justin Dior Combs, Ethiopia, Lucing, Christina Corium, Kalisa Records Studio, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music Group, Combs Global Enterprises, John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10, and ABC Corporations 1 through 10 as the defendants. Hey, Miss Linda Gamble. So again, I just wanted to point that out. Do I think that Cassie's lawsuit probably made them, really go there? Yeah, I do. Do I think that the evidence that was presented via Lil Rod, he has evidence in this? Well, he has pictures and screenshots and things in this lawsuit, right? I know that Tyrone Blackburn was representing him. I don't know if Tyrone Blackburn is still representing him. Due to everything that Tyrone got going on, Tyrone don't need to be representing nobody. He need to worry about what he got going on, to be truthful about it, child. Because what's his name? Say he coming for you. What's the man name? Fat Joe. Fat Joe say he coming for you. I know you lying. 40 likes. 40 likes. Okay, come on now, y'all. Y'all can at least hit the like button. I mean, I didn't write the lawsuit, baby. I did not write the lawsuit. He did. Hit the like button. What's wrong with y'all? Well, this is what I do know about Tyrone. the judge did make him redo that lawsuit. So he did redo the lawsuit because in the lawsuit he alleged that it was Stevie J, but it wasn't Stevie J. It was actually a well-known gay ex-worker is who it was. So, child, I don't know. I just thought that this was important to bring out, considering the fact that everybody keeps saying that what's the name is to blame, and I don't solely feel like she is to blame for this. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. Dang, I asked for some likes and y'all leave. Jesus, I just asked you to hit the like button. My God, today, 47 likes and 176 people. We've had an average of 194 people in here, and nobody wants to hit the like button. That's weird work, y'all. That is such weird work. Okay, so today is going to be a busy day for me, in a sense where I do have a lot of stuff I need to do. Hopefully you all enjoyed my video of the smothered pork chops. My friend this morning thought it was cute for him to say, "Oh, it look what did he say? It looked nasty." Y'all can only imagine who said that. Y'all can only imagine who said that. Y'all know who said that? Y'all know who said my food looked nasty? The same person who said that when he came to Atlanta and when I cooked for him in Atlanta, talk about, yeah, I didn't go back because it was nasty. That man wanted to take a plate home. Yes. Yeah, Terry talking about it's nasty. Oh, okay. I got your nasty, honey. I got your nasty. He gonna hit me up this morning talking about it look nasty. Yeah, Jay is a mess, child. Jay is a mess, honey. Hey, Miss Linda Gamble. I don't know if I spoke. I'm gonna speak again. How's nephew doing? He's getting better. Y'all just keep him in prayer, please, because it's scary. It's scary. What's up, IPV? What's going on? What's going on? All right. Can we get 6 people before I go? Can we get 6 people to bless the platform today with whatever you see fit? With whatever you see fit. I know I said $11 so we can get to that $66 goal, but whatever you see fit on the channel, we are celebrating 16K. We're moving on up, y'all. Like, we really are. And I'm trying to do this thing where I kind of break these videos down, upload short, so that way it drives people to come back over here and check out like the full videos. But as y'all can clearly see, somebody earlier was definitely reporting my video because there's no reason. I'm literally live the same way I was. I didn't do nothing different. All I did was end that live and start a new one. So somebody was definitely flagging my page. Definitely. People don't allow you to be great. People really do not allow you to be great. Oh, thank you so much, Bama girl. Thank you. People do not allow you to be great. So that's why I was like, I'll just start another one because we're going to read this lawsuit. Because I've been wanting to revisit. I also want to revisit Don Richard's lawsuit too. Don Richard. They be saying, I don't know. I heard a lot of people say Don Richard. And then I heard a lot of people say Don Richard. I don't know what's right and what's not right. But anyway, y'all get the point. I think we may do a throwback tomorrow and read her lawsuit too. I think that's what we may do. Yeah. We will have us a Patreon and members on the live this week, twice this week. We will also okay, so it is Richard. Okay, got it. I don't know. I thought, because I heard this white lady say it first, and I was like, why she keep saying it? I was like, why she keep saying it like I thought she was saying it like that on purpose. I really was. I really was. I thought she was saying it on purpose like that. All right, and so let me tell y'all about that video. Do y'all know I actually filmed that video probably when I came back from the Boss Bear Wars. So that video I've been like editing that video for the longest, right? And so I dropped it yesterday, and I was just gonna, like make sure I was gonna well, thank you for the $2. Yeah, you can bake pork chops instead of frying them. You don't have to fry them. You can definitely bake your pork chops. But baby, at that time, I wanted a fried pork chop. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. At that time, I think I wanted a fried pork chop. But again, this was filmed, so nobody would be like, you're not supposed to be eating no pork chops. I promise this was filmed back in April. Okay. It was filmed back in April. I don't need the people coming for me. I know I cannot eat pork, okay? At all. Baked, fried, smothered, covered, scattered, none of it. I can't have it. But as far as this, it wasn't for me. Don, your bishop is doing the official hand over the ministry. You gonna watch it? Who is my bishop? You talking about Bishop J. Drew Sheard? Nah, it was from back there. I promise y'all, it was from April. That's why at the end of it, I give a shout out to the Boss Bear Awards. Who is my bishop though? Oh, I want to know who my bishop. We need 4 more people to bless the platform with $11, and we'll be at our goal. 4 more people to bless the platform with $11, and we'll be at our goal. Who is my bishop though? Who my bishop? I really don't have a bishop. Well, yes, I do. Well, technically, okay. Technically, if you're gonna try to be funny, I guess I never reneged my membership from. I go to the Bridge Church now. I don't go to the Potter's house, so he is not my bishop, y'all. I go around there with Cheryl Brady now. And y'all know Cheryl Brady, she did change the name of the Potter's house. It's no longer Potter's House North. It's now the Bridge Church is what it's called. It's still in the same location though. Oh, Jake's is laying. I'm good. I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm so good. And I don't want to see Sarita up there with them knees scooting and scatting all over the stage and stuff like that. Child, I'm so good. I'm so good. I don't want to see them scooting and scatting and scatting and scooting and skating across the stage and doing all that. I'm pretty sure Cora come out running. She'll knock somebody down, child. Cora, by the way, I ain't forgot about you because let me tell you something. A couple weeks ago, I had a conversation with Michelle. This is my first time ever talking to Michelle outside of, other people being, technically I'm a member still of the Bridge Church, not the Potter's house. I forgot what I was saying. Cutting up. Also, too, I did a video on Essence ticket sales being low. I think it's a lot going on, but also Essence has to keep in mind, Essence is not ran by Black people. Okay, and Essence has not been ran by Black people in quite some time. And so I feel like Essence is losing its jug. And I think that I did. I talked to Michelle a couple weeks ago. Michelle actually, how that happened was she commented on one of my videos, and then I can't remember. I think I responded to one of her Instagram stories, and she was like, "Oh, this is the same Chef DonDon that's a YouTuber," and I was like, "Yeah." And so we started talking from there. But Essence ticket sales is low because now what they've started doing is, like, when you used to go to Essence back in the day, they used to have everything combined in one package, right? Or you get like a weekend pass, or there were several events that were free with your purchase ticket to Essence Festival period, right? Well, now it's different this year. This year you had to pay for everything. You had to literally pay for everything. So a lot of people pulled out. A lot of vendors pulled out. A lot of people pulled out. I know that y'all probably have seen. Um, I know y'all probably have seen a lot of people, still there, but they most definitely have experienced a big hit this year. And I think some of it could be due to the fact that people have lost jobs and stuff like that. But I think the majority of it has to do with everything that's going on. ICE is on a rampage. They're about to build these ICE detention centers, which is not going to take them long to do. They Trump wants, and ICE has become the biggest force that there is, and it's even bigger than the military is what they're saying. But this is what's crazy, right? Trump wants them to arrest 3,000 people a day. 3,000 people a day. That's crazy. That's crazy. And remember what I told y'all. There are more videos of Haitians, the Haitian community, and it's sad. Up in New York, they know right now is a good time for people. People are traveling back and forth to New York, and a lot of Haitians reside in New York and Florida. A lot of Haitians reside, period, on the East Coast, right? But definitely New York and Florida, and this is where they are arresting, right? Here in Charlotte, I haven't seen ICE. You haven't? Man, listen. I seen ICE on the freeway one day, and that crap scared me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that crap scared me. It scared me because you don't know if they're following. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at my rearview mirror and I literally am seeing them like on the freeway. So they are definitely out here, and they're definitely out here to get the people. And again, this is the largest. They're going to be the largest agency that exists, and it's just overall sad. So I think that has a lot to do with it. Also, too, listen, I've really had my times with Tamika Mallory. Sometimes I can get with Tamika Mallory, and sometimes I can't. Sometimes I feel like Tamika is really tone deaf. She's a great activist, but sometimes I feel like she's tone deaf to things that are going on in the world when she speaks. But I absolutely stand with her on her stance as far as Essence and Target goes, right? Target has played in our face. Target has promised that they would help with these HBCUs, that they would help fund. And they said that they would do it by December of 2025. But baby, y'all, it's the fact that y'all roll back from the DEI that really is, it really doesn't make your promises that you made look promising at all. That's the way we can put that. And I just feel like that is the reason why some of the people are not attending Essence Fest this year. But then a lot of it, again, y'all, it's not ran by us anymore. BET is not ran by us anymore. All of these places, the powers that be are starting to run these places. And really, when you do that, you run the places in the ground. In my opinion. In my opinion, you run these places into the ground. And I think if somebody don't step up to the plate when it comes to that, then I don't know. All right, y'all. So before I go, let's talk about I'm not gonna make no separate video for him or none of that. Let's talk about JRock and the Bishop Matthews. Yes, y'all, it is still going on, but I be doggone if I even give him the benefit of the doubt by doing a separate video. I'm going to get him. We also have to keep in mind the lack of black women that will be attending Essence Fest are black women that lost the federal government. Yeah, that's what I was saying as well. That they lost their jobs. It was people who lost their jobs, and I think there are plenty factors as to why the ticket sales are low. And in my opinion, I think you have to read the economy based on your ticket sales. Like for me, like even with no, you fine, baby. You talking to the typo king, so you good. The panhandling king is also we need 4 more people to bless the platform with $11 and we'll be at our goal. But I think a lot of factors are dealing with it. And I think like even as we've been talking about the tour, one of the things that we were talking about is adjusting those ticket prices so that people can, still come, enjoy, and not feel like they have paid like an arm and a leg, or feel like I don't ever want anyone to feel uncomfortable. So, but then at the same time, and at the same token, things are going up in price. However, I do want to read the room when it comes to people. You know what I'm saying? Not short myself, but also read the room and understand that America is going through a lot. Okay, so let's get into this real quick. So what I did not come and tell y'all is JRock had a phone call with Sam Franklin, right? After Sam Franklin invited that bishop over there in her pulpit. Okay. By the way, she got about a good $1,000 offering for bringing that man over there to her church. All right. So JRock is talking to this lady on the phone, and so Sam Franklin says, "Oh, and I will play it for y'all, but you can't hear because he's playing the phone call that he recorded, so you can't really hear Sam Franklin very clear. So I'm not gonna even try to play it. I'll give y'all footnotes, right? So, wait, what Lil Baby saying? I didn't even see what Lil Baby said. What Lil Baby comment? What's up, Q? Chef Q? What's going on? I don't know where. Okay, I don't see it. I'm pretty sure you'll say what it is. Okay, so he was on the phone with Sam Franklin, and so Sam Franklin told him, you was wrong. I told you not to go do this. I told you to lay low. I told you to handle this biblically. So JRock is telling her, nah. And so she's like, you ain't finna disrespect me and all of this. Y'all, that man told her, and this is just, Sam Franklin is wrong as 2 left shoes. I want to say that. As being that man's leader, for you to do him like you did him, you was wrong. And no pastor, no bishop, no leader, no nothing should be doing that, especially if I'm out here telling people that you are my covering. I don't condone that at all. But what I also don't condone is JRock telling that lady he was going to slap the shit out of her. Oh, no, what he said was, sorry, let me take that back. He said, I'll slap the shit out of your members and I'll find somebody to slap the shit out of you. That's what he said. Okay? Let me repeat that one more time. He said, I'll slap the shit out of all of your members and I'll find somebody to slap the shit out of you. That's what he told Sam Franklin on the phone. Okay? So, truth be told, this is still going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is still going on. But let me tell you about the bishop. The bishop is not concerned with this man at all. The bishop, they got them another new church, y'all. They just signed a mortgage for a new church yesterday, Friday. The day before Friday was a holiday. So it had to be Thursday. Them people that signed for a new church, y'all, a new church. I don't think them folks is thinking about JRock at all. JRock, you might as well stop all this heat that you got for Sam Franklin again. Sam Franklin was wrong, but you ain't got no business telling that lady you gonna find somebody to slap the shit out of her. Now, I couldn't sit up here and tell y'all that I wouldn't be mad if I came to you as my leader in my covering, although I didn't listen to you, I will be upset. And I would want to know what your motive is for inviting this man into your pulpit. And listen, you got money off of my situation. I really didn't. So I ain't making no excuses for JRock, because I still think that that's as disrespectful as disrespectful gets. But also, too, Sam Franklin was absolutely wrong for what she did. She was wrong. She was wrong. There's no other way around it. And he told her, you getting backlash online. She said, ain't nobody giving me no backlash. I ain't thinking about them. What she said, them insignificant people. Let me tell you something, Sam Franklin. I've been skating on thin ice when it comes to you, because I really don't have no issue with you. But I'm going to call you out when you're wrong. And you were wrong. You were wrong. And I also believe what the people say, you're very messy. You had another call JRock messy. No, you're messy. Because what's messy is inviting a man into your pulpit, knowing what one of your members had accused him of doing. That's low down and dirty right there. And that's why I do believe the people when the people say you're messy. And also, let me say something else to you. Because listen, I'm a real one. And if I say it one place, I can say it on my own platform. I said this on Thais's platform. Sam Franklin absolutely gives me the type of person to go along, to get along with everything that she does, just so that she can have a membership, just so that people can know who she is and how she operates. That's just how I feel. That's what I've seen. This is what I've observed throughout the years of knowing Sam Franklin. Throughout the years, I have friends that go to her church that ain't thinking about no deliverance. Let's be clear. They're not thinking about being delivered from the homosexuals. Okay? They're not. And a lot of these women, apostles, leaders, bishops, and everything, see, you'll get up and you'll preach against homosexuality, but yet and still you'll turn around and let a homosexual beat your face. Then you'll let a homosexual curl your hair up. You'll let a homosexual style you. You'll let them do all of that, but they can't come to church with you, shouldn't come to your church, all of those things. So this just tells me that you like being comfortable. You like for people to affirm what you want them to affirm. That's just how I feel about Sam Franklin. Some of y'all probably don't know who Sam Franklin is, but listen, she gets online and literally addresses everything. She literally addresses everything. So for her not to get online and address this, but she was very passive aggressive the other day. She was going to visit her sister, right? It was her sister's birthday. What's up, Uncle Jay? It was her sister's birthday. So she's going to visit her sister. And she gets online. And when she gets online, she says, I know y'all been wanting to hear from me. I know y'all been waiting for Sam Franklin to go live. I know y'all been waiting to hear from Apostle. Well, I'm here. I'm here. So, of course, people are in the chat asking questions. She going to say, well, no. I'm here to celebrate my sister. I came to surprise my sister. You know exactly what you're doing. I don't like that passive aggressive shit right there. Don't play with me like that. And don't gaslight me into, like, I don't like that. I do not like that. I don't like that. And I got to call a thing a thing. And this is why people pull from church. This is why people pull from church. Ma'am, you're messy. What you did was messy. And you can't send nobody over here to talk to me. If it ain't you and we don't have a conversation amongst ourselves, don't send nobody over here. Miss Sam Franklin. Shoot. I only know because of the church drama because of you, child. Well, y'all Uncle Jay know about that other situation because he called in on Thais's platform about that other situation. Y'all, now, this bishop is in the Church of God in Christ. Uncle Jay, are you still here? Are you still here? I know you said good morning, but are you still here? Because I got something I want to say about that bishop, dude. I got something I want to say. And it probably ain't going to be nice. I'm telling y'all that right now. Y'all, it said that this bishop, not only was this bishop talking about whores and hoes and all of that, this bishop also had the nerve to talk about disabled children. Disabled children. And y'all know what I mean about disabled. Y'all know that don't sit well with me. Y'all know that don't sit well with me. You just sit your ass down. They need to sit you down. Bishop Sheard, y'all need to go over there and sit him down. So his family text got leaked. Somebody leaked the text, and the text have made it around to the YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. And in this, he's calling folks hoes and whores. And he, in my opinion, what's up, sexy for me? In my opinion, he's projecting when he talks about, oh, such and such is gay. He called a man gay that's not gay. The man dresses, he doesn't even dress like in drag or anything like that, but he dresses up. He looks really good. He has a nice body, really nice body. And he's a straight man. But this bishop kept saying that this man was gay. Oh, he's gay. He's one of them. He actually called the man a faggot. Is what he did. He called the man a faggot. Now, Bishop, to me, that is projection. And take it how you want to take it. But to me, that is projection. And I don't ever, if I ever catch one of these grown men out here talking about disabled children in that manner, listen, we're going to read you down to the ground. Yeah, he needs to sit down. He needs to sit down and he needs to be restored. Because if these are private conversations that you're having with your family, I can only imagine these face-to-face conversations you're having with other people. What are you talking about kids with special needs for? Y'all, these pastors and preachers is getting out of hand. I'm trying to tell y'all, these pastors and preachers are getting completely out of hand. Completely out of hand. And so for me, I really don't understand how some of these people can allow these folks to lead them and guide them and do all of these things. It's a no for me. It is a no for me. Yeah, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. These ministries, y'all like to play with these people. And folks' livelihood. Folks go to the church to be healed. Folks go to the church for the deliverance. Folks go to church to, the church is supposed to be a hospital for the sick. It's supposed to be a lawyer inside of the courtroom. It's supposed to be all of these things. But y'all gonna find a way. Y'all gonna find a way. Y'all gonna find a good way to make that stuff not possible. And I don't like it. Y'all wonder why I don't step foot in a church no more. This is why. This is why right here. That's why I don't step foot in churches right here, right, just like that. You know, my brother been trying to get me. Y'all, I ain't never been to my brother's church before. They been trying to get me to come. Everybody been trying to get me to come. His minister of music, they'll come over here when you come into church. When you come into church. Listen. I have church right here at my house. Okay, I do. We have Bishop Pillow and First Lady Blanket. All right. Bishop Pillow, the presiding bishop, the prelate bishop of he's the bishop. And then we have First Lady Blanket. First Lady Blanket takes us in every Sunday. Oh, every Sunday morning, she is going to sing from the heavens. The heavens are calling and the heavens are telling her, First Lady Blanket, you better sing. Okay? Sing, Lady Blanket. You have Minister Sheet over there. Minister Sheet, Deaconess Bottom Sheet. Deaconess Bottom Sheet. Listen, I just can't. I don't know. It's like you can't trust these people at all with the things that they do and say, and it's just it's ultimately, in my opinion, it's what drives people away. That's why your attendance is down. That's why your offering is down. That's why those things are down, because of how y'all how y'all do. hmm they don't have love for God's people. They don't. They really don't. First Lady Blanket covers us every Sunday. Every Sunday, she's gonna make sure to be good. And Bishop Pillow, oh Bishop Pillow is probably the best bishop on this side of heaven. Huh? Bishop Pillow is the best bishop on this side of heaven. You know how when people come up and they be like, I love my bishop. You know, I love my bishop, such and such. I do too. Bishop Pillow. Bishop Pillow has never failed me. Never failed me. Shout out to Bishop Pillow. I am all the way in Tennessee, but I attend Friendship West in Texas from the comforts of my home. I do like Friendship West. I will have to admit, I do like Friendship West. I do. Um, it's probably been about 6-7 years since I attended Friendship West. I went to one of my friends got a kidney transplant, and yeah, that's about 6 years ago. One of my good friends, he was on dialysis for quite some time. He got a kidney transplant, and the church threw. Well, I ain't gonna say they threw him, but they had like this service for him. In other words, that was for his healing and stuff like that. And he ended up getting a kidney transplant, and I haven't been back since that day. Now we are still good friends. But yeah, I haven't been back since that day. I like Friendship West, actually. One of the churches that I probably will never attend in Dallas is and y'all can attend. I ain't telling you not to attend, but I'm probably never going to attend Full Gospel Holy Temple. I probably will never attend that church again. Now, if you're talking about somebody that looks at you in a very nasty way, especially if you come to church as you are, or come in some casual clothes, some jeans and stuff like that, they really had a nerve to turn their head up and turn their nose up and look at you crazy. Dude, I will never attend that church again. They had my auntie's funeral there one time, and if y'all know anything about the Full Gospel, they really are. They're kind of like old school Pentecostal, so to speak. So they don't necessarily do the makeup. They don't necessarily do the earrings. They want you to be fully covered and dressed and stuff like that. And I'm just not doing it. Why not? Because one of the ushers, one time we went to a watch night service there. And one of the ushers told my friend, she literally asked him as we walked in, before she even spoke, she asked him, do you have another pair of pants? Your pants are too tight. I looked at him. He looked at me. I looked at her, and I said, are you for real? She said, yes. Apostle Murray is great. Apostle Murray is great. Right? But it's the church itself. It's the church itself. I just didn't like that. You don't know where people are. You don't know where people are. And for you to literally ask someone before you even welcome them, before you have anything to say to them, you ask them, do you have a extra pair of pants in your car? Just about is what you asking. The church is near a store. If you don't have no pants, go across the street to the store and get you some. What? So never again. Never again. Mm-mm. The only time I'll step foot in there is if, I'll say this. Let me take that back. I'll step foot in there for a funeral service. I probably wouldn't even step foot in there for a wedding, because ain't nobody getting married like that. And they sure ain't getting married down to the churches like that. But as far as like a standalone service, watch a night service, or anything like that, I'm not ever going. Ever. I wouldn't worry about those people. No. I mean, we can say that, right? But it's not good to do that, because you don't know where people are in their life. Everybody is not mature in the word, or everybody is not mature in church like that. You can't just do that to everybody. What if that was somebody who was literally on the verge of unaliving themselves? And because they decided to go to church with whatever they had, they went to church and you asked them if they had another pair of pants in their car. I can't rock with that. I'm sorry, I can't. I cannot rock with that. That was one instance. Another instance, yeah, you feel extremely, so I'm supposed to go sit down and I know you're gonna be literally watching me the whole time. Like, nah, like there's a way to approach people, there's a way to do stuff. Like, I could understand if my friend was joining the choir, was joining the praise team, or was joining any auxiliary in the church. I could understand you having a standard for him. But to literally tell someone or ask someone before you welcome them, do you have another pair of pants? Lady, what do you mean? And I want to be very clear. His pants was not that tight. His pants was not that tight. They were fitted pants. He had on a fitted suit. It was literally a fitted suit. So I don't know. I just know that's not somewhere I would want to be. That's not somewhere I would want to plant seeds in the ground. Unfortunately, it's just not. If you don't welcome me here, if I don't feel welcomed, I don't feel like I can come in here every Sunday and be comfortable. And then maybe when the Lord bless me with a coin or two, I can go buy me some new clothes. Those are the people that cause church hurt amongst people. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. All that extra judgmental, all that, and it's just not necessary because you don't know these people. Granted, I would understand it, and I still would probably wouldn't understand it all the way. But I understand it if it's somebody who is in any of these auxiliaries and know the standard. If they know the standard, that's different. Not everybody that comes to your church is full gospel and know the standard. Not everybody that comes to your church is from Kojic and know the standard. Not everybody who comes from Pentecostal church know the standard. They don't know it. And you have to be able to teach them. And so these mean honorary ushers and people who they put in leadership like this, they drive the people away from the church. They do. They drive the people away from the church. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Chef DonDon sounds like the people are crazy. Yeah, I don't get it. I bet that greeter usher smokes cigarettes, weed, and is an alcoholic. And sometimes that's how it be for real. Terry says yes, they get to hype on the whole. Who's gotta sit? Oh yeah, telling people where to sit and all that. My sugar daddy mom always wanted me to wear a skirt to church, and she's Pentecostal. Yeah, well, you know they'll do it. They will do it. They will do it. And again, I get the standard. But and I could also understand too if he had on some pants that we saw all of his business and stuff like that. But again, it was just a regular fitted suit. It wasn't even. And I think it was the color that probably threw her off. I want to say it was like a bright red color suit. He looked really nice, like really nice. And again, we were there for watch night service. Service don't start till 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then you go in there, you want to sit in the middle. They'll tell you no, all the middle seats right there. And they'll tell you to walk all the way around and sit in the back over there in the corner where you can't really even see the stage. I'm sorry. I can't do it no more. I've been there and done that. I've been raised in churches where we go to church every day of the freaking week. Every day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday 4 or 5 times to be exact. So I've been there and I've done that. And I have no interest. She was probably jealous because his shape looked better than hers. Right, and all day on Sunday. I mean, from Sunday school to regular worship service to 3 o'clock services to YPWW to night evening revivals. I mean, we did it all. We have always been in church, and I don't know. Again, I can be free and I can watch church from my TV. I can watch it from my iPad. I can watch it from here, from there, from everywhere, and I don't have to do all that extra stuff. This lady told me one time, you need to take those earbuds out. What the F was an earbob? Not an earbob. You need to take an earbob. Not an earbob. And the fact that sometimes you'll walk into places not realizing you still got your earbuds in. Mm-hmm. Oh, Goldie, I am from the Grand Old Church of God in Christ, honey. I am from the Grand Old Church of God in Christ. There go one of my Kojic people that know what YPWW is. Okay. What's funny is oh, what's up, Cheryl? What's funny is that I grew up in a church where we did not she meant earrings. Oh wow. Not earbobs. I grew up at a church where we would go, and I don't care if we had a 3 o'clock service. Baby, our bishop was going to make sure that we got back to the church for YPWW on Sunday evening. We were never going to miss YPWW. And once a month, this is what's crazy. I grew up in a church where we reverted a home into a church. It was a 3-bedroom home. We knocked all the walls out and literally turned it into a church. Shout out to Greater Works Church of God in Christ. That was the name of the church. Greater Works Evangelistic Church of God in Christ, to be exact. And we also owned this house that was behind us. It's kind of catty corner. And we would have third Sunday fellowship over there where, either the men would barbecue or the women would cook, just depending on what was going on. But my uncle, I never will forget, there used to be this church called, it was Christ Temple. And Christ Temple, no matter what they had, pastor and wife anniversary, usher, whatever they had, they invited us because they knew we were coming. They knew we were coming. And so, those are the days I really miss. I miss those days. Like, those were the churchy days that I miss. Now, it's just not the same at all. We never miss YPWW. And actually, if you miss YPWW or Bible study, you had to make one of those weekly meetings in a week in order to sing in the choir, or in order to, what's up, L. Teddy? In order to sing in the choir, or in order to participate in any auxiliary that you was in, you had to make one of those studies a week. Sunshine Band. Listen, Purity class. Oh my God, I remember Purity class. Y'all, we went as far as to having a Purity wedding. We did. This was in 2000 and... Was I still in school when that happened? I can't remember. We had a Purity wedding in 2012. And when I say looking back on this stuff is crazy to me, right? But we literally had a Purity wedding. It was 13 men and 13 women that literally we had a Purity wedding. Now, child, after that Purity wedding, at least half of them got pregnant. At least half of the women got pregnant, or half of the men got women pregnant. Baby, oh my God, it is crazy. I do remember this stuff. It is crazy, man. We had a time, man. We had a time. That was a time. It was a time when you pretty much did everything. I remember I used to tell, because my grandma used to tell me all the time, you got to do something. You got to do something. You got to do something. And I remember telling her, I want to be an usher like you. Because she was a stern usher. Everybody loved her. She was one of them ushers that would pass out candy. Don't go where she ain't supposed to, but she passing out candy. I miss those days, man. I really do. I miss those days. Remember the pastor's aid committee? Yup. And remember when pastor anniversary would come around, child, y'all know y'all would be out there washing them cars and having a bake sale, honey. We used to think we was really doing something. We go down there to the Christian bookstore and do the car wash and everything in front of the Christian bookstore. Oh my God, I remember them days, man. I remember them days. See, what was different about us though, we didn't have services like El Teddy is having Silly Saturday Sunday today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 1 p.m. Central. I remember doing so much being young and in the church. We did a lot. Man. Yes. We had to make a pledge for the pastor wife anniversary. So the way we did it, because I told y'all we converted our church into, it was like a home. Now they have moved into an actual church. But back then we had this place, and so we couldn't have 3:00 services at our church. There was no way. We barely fed in there every Sunday. So there was no way we could have 3:00 services at our church. So we would rent, at the time, this is in Lubbock, Texas, we would rent a Texas Tech ballroom, and that's where we would have our pastor and wife anniversaries and our church anniversaries. And we did them alternate years. So like, let's say this year, I think this year they're celebrating the pastor and wife anniversary. I think it's like the last Sunday this month. This year they're celebrating the pastor and wife anniversary. Next year they'll celebrate the church anniversary. The year after that they'll celebrate the pastor and wife anniversary. The year after that they'll celebrate the church anniversary. And I love that because we used to get wore out because we had to go to everybody else's services. So I never was like, our bishop did not want us to always have 3:00 services. He would rather us go to support other churches in 3:00 services. But for him, he was not that one that had 3:00 services for everything. Y'all remember they had 3:00 service for everything. Usher board, the mission women, the choir annual, the Women's Day. You already got convocation. You already got all these things within your jurisdiction. Child, we couldn't take no more. We just could not take no more. Baby, that building fund is a key. That building fund will have us black folks in the chokehold forever. Because we've been giving to the building fund forever and they ain't got no new building at all. It was nothing like a good night midnight musical. And we used to have them all the time too. We used to have them all the time. A midnight musical is where it is. I'm telling y'all. That's one thing you'll know about a Kojic person. If a Kojic person tell you that they stayed up in church after midnight, you know they Kojic. Because sometimes we can get out of church, like El Teddy said, until the sun come up. Oh my goodness. I remember being in church. I think the longest that we were in church was convocation. I'm trying to remember who preached. I want to say it was Macklin that preached. Bishop Macklin preached that day. We started at 7:00. Y'all, we didn't get out of church till about 2:30 that morning. I'm telling you, the mothers was tarrying. The church was tore up. Church was tore up. And guess what? I don't care how late we get out of service, we still going somewhere to eat. We still going somewhere to get us something to eat. Oh, yes, I remember them 24-hour shut-ins. I do remember them. Oh, y'all done took me on down memory lane this morning, man. I hated going to somebody else's church and they ain't had no good choir or praise team. Me too, El Teddy. And let me tell you what else I hated. Did y'all hate going to them churches? And this ain't no shade to the Baptist people. But did y'all hate going to them churches and all they had was a piano? And the piano player was probably on oxygen or something like that. No shade. The piano player was probably on oxygen or something like that. You hearing the oxygen, spew, 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 spew. I used to hate them churches. I ain't gonna lie. I hated them churches. I hated them. I hated them. I hated them. There was one church that we used to go to all the time. It's called Bethlehem Baptist Church. Child, let me tell you. Let me tell you. They had a piano player. It was an older lady. And honey, the oxygen was singing louder than everybody else because she was right there. She had the mic right there by her mouth. So you heard the oxygen talking about pss, pew, pew, pew. But they used to invite us to churches because they knew that we was coming with a full band. They knew we was coming with all the members of the choir. They knew. They would literally only call us to come sing. Because they knew we was gonna rock the joint. They knew we was gonna do it. They knew we was gonna rock it. We served breakfast and dinner. Oh, come on, breakfast and dinner. Sorry, but back in the day, Baptist churches had the worst choirs. We ain't even go to the AME churches when I was growing up. We didn't either. We didn't either. And you're right. I mean, there were maybe two or three Baptist churches that had good choirs. That's because their music leaders would be younger. And if I can remember correctly, off the top of my head, Lions Chapel Baptist Church, they had a bad choir. Let's see. Community Baptist Church had a good choir. And I'm missing one other one. Mount Macedonia had a good choir. Mount Macedonia had a good choir. Yeah, I listen, I remember them days. We also used to do this thing every month on the third Sunday of every month where we had like a choir battle. And I forgot what they called it, but every choir that was in the city, they would literally come, and it was like we were having like a versus. We would, your choir would sing, and if your choir was still like, and these services were fun because I felt like, when you think you got a bad choir and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You didn't mind doing it. I think it was called like Freedom Sunday or something like that. But basically, we would have choir competitions every third Sunday of the month, and it would start at 7:00 in the evening. Oh, we had a time. We used to have a time back in the day, man. My grandpa was the reverend, and I had to sit in the front because I make fun of people singing. Oh, don't sit next to me in church, and don't sit next to me in church now. So I was one of the kids that would mock all the women for shouting. And I came from a Kojic church. They were going to shout every Sunday. They was going to dance every Sunday. Every Sunday, somebody was going to dance. And I had this auntie, my Aunt Shirley. My Aunt Shirley is super saved, y'all. She's so saved. But Aunt Shirley, she going to buck every Sunday. Every Sunday. And I used to mock her. And my uncle was the bishop. My mama's brother is bishop. I actually come from a family of heavy preachers and pastors and all of that. First ladies. I got two sisters that's first ladies. I got two brothers that's a pastor. I got two uncles that's a pastor, one that's a bishop. So yeah, my grandfather was a bishop as well. So I come from a family of bishops and preachers. We had minister of music, Prince Yelder. Okay. So y'all had some good music around there. Okay. You ain't grow up Kojic if you couldn't perfectly do somebody, everybody shout. Listen. Oh, okay. Yeah. I used to mimic my Aunt Shirley. She used to hate it. But my uncle, he was the bishop. He would laugh every Sunday. He would laugh every Sunday. He was like, because she used to play the tambourine too. So when she would shout, somebody would have to grab the tambourine out of her. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I miss those days. My mom got on my nerves every Sunday. I was tired of her shouting. Oh, don't do that to your mama. Your mama had a testimony. She had to get it out. Okay. She had to get it out. You got to be careful with that bucking, because if the wig ain't secure, it's coming off. Listen, baby, man, I miss those days. I really do. I miss those days. I miss them days. I'm telling y'all, we used to church it up. And it's missed. It's missed. But child, I'm good. I had church right here. I had YPWW right here at the house. Baby, I still got YPWW books. Do y'all know that? I still have YPWW books. And my uncle and them still get them books. They still get Sunday school books and YPWW books. Mm-hmm. After beating me and my sister's earth, my mom was a hot mess. My granny would shout at any given time, from devotion all the way through service. I'm telling y'all, that was the days. Them really were the days. That's when, to me, that's when praise was pure. That's when you really understood that people was really going through stuff, and they knew how to get through it. Like now, we can probably laugh and kiki at it, but back then, they knew what they was doing. I always say I'm afraid for this generation. Like, grandmothers ain't praying. Grandmothers like we had. Listen. I'm still alive and insane today, probably because of, yes, El Teddy, that's the only reason why we're able to make it, because of the prayers of our grandmother. Didn't nobody pray like our grandmother did. Nobody prayed like our grandmother's sisters, and all of that. They don't pray at all like that. Okay. See, the difference between this generation, the generation probably before this, see, the difference is these saints, they had reasons. I mean, reasons and things to do that. And they knew how to have a conversation with God. And some of them didn't stop until they got an answer from God while they were going through. You know what I mean? They don't do that no more. This is the prayer. Lord, help me out. Amen. That's it. Now, the mothers back then, I wish I could find me an old, good, sanctified church to go to. I would go. I sure would. Just because I missed it. A good old sanctified church. If it ain't sanctified, I ain't going. I ain't going to no stuff like this bishop, this new bishop and stuff over here sleeping with these men and stuff. Our grandparents survived Jim Crow. Mm-hmm. Yes, El Teddy, they used to pray until the church shifted. That's it. See, they don't do that no more now. They don't hear from God. They feel like they'll hear from God some other time. Now, the mothers prayed until they heard the Lord's voice. One last thing. I remember one time we was at our convocation. And prior to convocation, you know, they have intercessory prayer. Y'all, they had the mothers had prayed so hard, y'all. The mothers had prayed so hard that when the choir came out, when the bishops and the elders and the ministers came out, the fire was still burning. And we just went up and up and up and up and up and up. And I want to say at the time, this is around that time, Shane Perry was preaching that day. He was supposed to preach that day. He didn't get an opportunity to preach because service was just that good from intercessory prayer. The mothers was praying. The mothers was praying and spitting and speaking in tongues. And when I say spitting, y'all know I don't mean literal spitting. You know, when they pray hard, spit come out of their mouth. But them mothers was praying hard that day, and I never will forget. We got out of church late. Shane Perry was lit. See, what people don't realize is Shane Perry back in his prime. Now he don't. I don't think he followed the Lord now. But back then, Shane Perry was a beast. Okay, Shane Perry was a beast back then. He was a beast. He was a beast. And Shane Perry had a sweating. He had a sweating problem, and you knew he was gonna be drenched in sweat from him preaching. Shane Perry is a white man, in case if y'all don't know. And not too long ago, I think he was going through some things. I don't know. I know he had a wife, and all of the things. Shane Perry remind me of a gospel Paul Wall. Do that even make sense to those of you who know who Shane Perry is? He reminded me of a gospel Paul Wall. He did. Yep. He was a handsome white man. He was. But anyway, y'all, first of all, I want to appreciate y'all for this conversation. I didn't even know it was gonna go there, but however, how we get here? How did we get to this conversation? However we got to this conversation, shout out to y'all because I appreciate it. Sometimes it's needed. All day very swagged. He only dated women of color. Yeah. He had an ex-wife too, right? The mother of his children. Did he marry that lady? I think he did. So they must have got a divorce and everything. I think he was married to that lady. I really do. I think he was married to that lady. I'm not sure. Well, listen, y'all, I am going to, first of all, again, I just want to thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for the catch apps and the blessings and everything like that. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the subscriptions. Listen, again, I don't even know how we got on this subject, but I'm grateful for it. Okay, wait, you said, oh wait, I'll go back. Dang it. Hold on. Yes. He never, he left her when he fell off. That's what I thought. I hate that. Because Shane Perry was a beast. I don't know why I'm saying Sean. Shane Perry was a beast. Oh, come on, view. I see your view. Come on, Locks. Oh, look good out there. Just as long as y'all stay away from that doggone, Lake Lanier. I think y'all be asking for a death sentence if you still go out there to that daggone Lake Lanier. A boat blew up on the 4th of July over there on Lake Lanier. Y'all gonna stop going out there. That place got juju. It ain't a good place to be. And I don't know when y'all gonna learn. When is the people gonna learn? Folks that don't even live in Georgia know good and well not to go to Lake Lanier. Because you're gonna die. Hate to say it, but you're gonna die. You go out there. Jesus. And then they're talking about building a water park. I think y'all lost y'all mind. The first time I went to my sugar daddy's mom church, they were running in circles, and I asked if this was Jim Jones' people, and she pulled me out. I cannot with you, Cheryl. Why do people keep? I don't know, Symmetry. You would think that these people would be there learned. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. Please, if you have not checked out that smothered pork chop recipe, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check out my shorts. Get caught up on everything. And I should be uploading Divorce Sisters between today and tomorrow. Okay. So you guys can have that. And I think that's it for today. I think that's it. All right. You guys have a fantabulous day, and I will be sure to see you all later. Peace. Oh, and oh, it's on my videos tab. If you just go to my videos, it's the first video. El Teddy will be live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Silly Saturdays. So go ahead and join us over there as well this evening. All right. With that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.